In today's video, I created a working CYBERQUAD ATV inside the game Build-A-Boat for Treasure. This build is more on the advanced side of things, but the speed and the drifting is all worth it at the end. It gets its awesome drifting mechanic with the use of servo. This epic CYBERQUAD is also mobile friendly, meaning the only controls needed are forward, backward, left, and right. If you guys happen to enjoy this video, please subscribe and like. This channel has been blowing up recently, so let's hit our 8,000 subscriber goal. Enjoy. Yes, sir. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We literally have this working CYBERQUAD. As you can see, it's tiny. We can go fast on it, and it also drifts. So, without wasting time, let's go ahead and do a quick speed test with this thing. This is actually faster than a normal car, so if I were to actually race a normal car with this ATV, I would definitely win. Because this thing is super fast and it has some invisible little stuff going on. Don't worry about it. It's some invisible stuff. It's top secret. Totally. Quick speed test. Let's go. Oh my gosh, we are gonna drift a little. And we are off. Oh, Jesus. Oh, geez. That's pretty fast, not gonna lie. Again, Tesla does not joke around. Literally. Anyways, we made an RC Cybertruck. And you guys may have known when Tesla released the Cybertruck, they did a little show. And you know what happened? The glass literally broke when they said it was bulletproof. Kinda got exposed, you know. But anyways, when they finished off the show, though, they actually had this little mini ATV. All the Tesla fans were calling it the CYBERQUAD. And yeah, so everyone literally went crazy. You guys may also know that the Cybertruck actually has a trunk, and it's really spacious. So near the end of the event, to hype people up, they got the little CYBERQUAD and they drove it onto the truck, which is pretty crazy. So as of right now, Tesla still hasn't announced this CYBERQUAD. So this is why I'm making this video, to teach you guys how to make it and build a boat for treasure instead of real life, you know? Have your little mini version inside Build a Boat for Treasure. You can literally just drive this around, drift around, and do anything you want. It's really cool because if you were on a racetrack, you can actually drift. Like, you and your friends can literally make a racetrack and just do some really cool drifting like this with the wheels. It uses a servo mechanic to actually drift, and it's literally awesome. Who wouldn't want a CYBERQUAD? We literally have the lights from the actual CYBERQUAD on the top and the backlight right at the back. And we got of course, the handlebar, and we added these little tiny fins on the outside. It's a little simpler than the actual CYBERQUAD in real life, but it's just a version where you guys can just have fun and play around with. You guys can actually customize this to your liking after the tutorial to make it look even cooler. But as of right now, this is the simple version that I'm going to be teaching you guys how to build today. It's more on the mechanics side, like on these drifting wheels on the back and how fast it goes. As you guys can see, this thing goes really fast. And with this package, we also got a little mini HD display. Totally, yep, we got the HD display so we can see the stuff. I wonder if the CYBERQUAD will have an iPad like the Teslas. I'm joking. Now, I wasn't lying about the drift. It literally drifts like crazy. So if you kept on turning, it would spin, which makes it a little hard to control at first, but then you can get used to it, tap it a little, do some stuff. And like I said in the intro, it's actually mobile friendly, which is really good. So then you mobile players don't actually miss out on all the fun on using this thing, and it's really cool. So anyways, let's hop into the tutorial on how to build this thing. So the materials that you guys will be needing are 2 servos, 10 wheels, a car seat, and plastic block. I'm going to be going over the tools that you guys will be needing. So for tools, all you'll be needing this time is the scale tool and the screwdriver tool. No wrench tool because this is mobile friendly. And now for the settings, all you want to do is put your merging level onto red and anchor block on with the check mark. And that's all you want to do for now. So first, you guys want to actually place 2 titanium rods down. So 1, 2. Then we're going to be getting 6 wheels. So we're going to place 1 right here and then 1 on the other side. Then we're going to delete these 2 rods right there. Then we're going to be placing 2 on each side. So 1, 2. And we're going to be doing the same right here. So 1, 2. Don't worry, all this will be invisible later. So now what you guys want to do is get your plastic block and put your rotate onto 45 degrees and tilt 1 time like that, and place it right here. As you guys can see, this is how it's placed. Now scale up like this and scale in like that. Scale down right here and then scale down 1 time like that. So your studs should be 2, 2, and 1. These are what studs are in the left middle. Now what you guys want to do is actually get another plastic block. So you guys want to place it right here on the bottom. Now just go ahead and scale it up. scale it up and scale it in one time and scale it all the way in. And now what you guys want to do is get another plastic block, place it right here and scale it up one time and scale it all the way up. Then scale it, I'm pretty sure 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, and then scale it all the way in like this. And actually scale it in like this. So you should have a 2 by 2 stud square and it should be 1 thin. Now go ahead and rotate 45 degrees and place a block right here. Scale it down like this and scale it all the way down. Then go ahead and turn on match rotation and we're actually going to be going right here. You guys want to put your move on to 0.5 now and just rotate 2 times like that and tilt 1 time and place it on this edge. Now what you guys want to do is do the same for this side. So rotate 2 times, tilt 1 time and place it on the edge, and there we go. So now we're just going to scale it in like this, scale it all the way in, and scale it in 1 time and scale it all the way in just like this. Now we're going to be making the handlebars, so go ahead and actually place a plastic block on here. So I'm going to place mine right here, as you guys can see. Now put your scale into 0.5, scale in all the way down, scale in all the way in like that. Then go ahead and put your scale to 0.2 and scale in 1 time, scale in 1 time like that. Then put your scale into 1 and scale out 1, 2, and 1, 2, just like this. Now go ahead and place a plastic block on the bottom and scale it up 1 time like this. And scale it up to 5 studs like this. Now we're going to come right here and tilt 1 time. We're going to actually turn off match rotation and then tilt 1 time. And we're going to place it right here. So I'm just going to place it right here. As you guys can see, it's right here. Scale it down like this and scale 1 in like that. And there we go. We got this back side. So now place a plastic block right here. And as you guys can see, it's right that. So just scale it down 1 time and scale it all the way down like that. Now we're going to be making the spot for the wheels. So go ahead and place a plastic block right here. Put your scale onto 0.5 and scale it all the way in. Then place another plastic block like this and scale it 1 time on each side like that. Then put your scale onto 0.2 and scale in 1 time on each side like this. Then go ahead and get your wheels. So I'm just going to get the old wheels right here. Place one right here and just place one on the other side like that. Then delete these 2 plastic blocks. Now we're going to get a plastic block again. We're going to be making the side stuff. So go ahead and turn on match rotation and place a block like that. And place another one right here. Then go ahead and put your scale onto 0.5. Scale it up 1 time and then scale it all the way up. Do the same for the other side like this. Scale it up 1 time and scale it all the way up. Then put your scale back to 1 and scale in 1 time and scale in 1 time and then scale in all the way down like this and scale it all the way down like that. Now we're going to be making the extenders. So go ahead and rotate 45 degrees and place a plastic block on top. Now put your scale onto 1 and scale it all the way down. Scale to the side 1 time and scale it all the way out. Do the same right here. So rotate 1 time and scale it all the way down. Scale it out and then scale it all the way in. So now that we got this, we can actually put our scale to 0.5 and scale it all the way down on each side like this. Then put your scale back to 1 and scale it out like this. And scale it out like this. Scale in and scale in 1 time. There we go. So you guys should end up with 1, 0.5, and 3 studs for each side. Now we're going to be making the back drifting turning mechanics. So go ahead and place a plastic block on each of the wheels like this. Put your scale onto 0.5 and scale it all the way in. And we're just going to scale it all the way in. Then scale it all the way down until there's a tiny little gap left. As you guys can see, this is the tiny little gap. I'm just going to scale it all the way down right here. That's a tiny little gap. If it's like this, like connected to the floor, you did it wrong. So make sure there's a tiny gap under the floor. Now go ahead and get your servos. So I'm going to place mine right here. I'm going to put my move back to 1. And I'm actually going to place it right over here like this. I'm going to do the same for this side like that. Then I'm going to delete these 2 plastic blocks like this. Now just go ahead and get a plastic block on each side like this. And we're just going to place them like that. So now put your move onto 0.5 and we're just going to place a plastic block right over here like this. Then put your scale onto 0.2 and scale it all the way down like that. Now just scale inside this plastic block, so scale 1 time in. So as you guys can see, 1 time in like that. There is no gaps whatsoever. This is the piece right here. So as you guys can see, it is scaled inside there. Now go ahead and get your plastic block placed on top of each of the sides, and then go ahead and put your scale into 0.5. Scale it all the way in, scale it all the way in. Do the same for this side right here. Go ahead and put your scale onto 0.2 and scale in 1 time and 1 time, and do the same for the other side. 1 time, 1 time. Then put your scale back to 0.5 and scale it inside this plastic block. So go ahead and get it right here, and we're gonna scale it right here like this. It just has to, it could be sticking out a little like this, and there we go. We just have to make sure that it's connected. Now we're gonna be connecting the servos to the wheels. So go ahead and get a plastic block on each side like this. Then go ahead and put your scale onto 0.2, scale it all the way in, scale it all the way in. Then scale in one time out like this, one time out, and then scale it in, and do the same for this side. So just watch. And we're going to scale out one time and scale out inside one time. Now we're going to be making it thinner, so scale in one time on each side like this, and do the same for this side, one time and one time. And then what you guys want to do is get a plastic block right here and place it on top of the two wheels like this. Scale it all the way down with 0.2 and do the same for this side. Oops, I accidentally did that. Okay, now go to the other plastic block and scale it all the way down. So I'm going to just scale this one all the way down like that. Now, scale in 4 times on each side from the inside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Now, do the same for this side on the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, scale all the way in on each side like this. Then, what you guys want to do is go ahead and scale this to the top, like that. And then, what you guys want to do is do the same for the other side. Scale it all the way to the top where it meets the same level. Then go ahead and scale this one inside to there, so scale it like this, and do the same for this side, scale it in like that, and there we go. So now we got everything connected to the servo. Now the last step to connecting it is selecting this block right here and scale it inside the servo one time with 0.2, scale it in one time like that. So basically I scaled this block right here one time into this little gray part right here. Now we're gonna be adding the neon. So go ahead and get your neon block. So we're gonna get it over here, and we're just gonna place it, turn on match rotation by the way, and we're gonna place it right here. Now scale it all the way in with 0.2 scale. Scale it up 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Scale it all the way down like that. Now do the same for this side. So put a neon block on each side right here, and then scale it up 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Scale it all the way down and scale it all the way in. And we're just gonna scale this one all the way in too. And then we're gonna scale this one 1, 2, 3, 4. Now scale it all the way down. And there we go, we got the neon. So go ahead and paint it white like this, white. Now select it with the screwdriver tool, put it on 25%, and do it for every single one like this, 25. And this one, 25%. It just gives it a much of a cleaner look. Now we're gonna do the rear red light. So go ahead and place a neon block on the back. So just place it right over here like this. Now scale it all the way down until it meets that level. Scale it all the way up, scale it all the way in. And there we go, we got the back light. And don't paint it because it is red. Now something that I forgot to do before is actually to add 2 wheels on each side right here. So I'm gonna actually just do it right now. I'm gonna just place 1 wheel right here, and I'll just place 1 wheel on the other side like that. So just make sure you have done that. Now the next step in the building process is to place the car seat. So go ahead and turn off match rotation, and we're just gonna place it right in the center right here with 0.5 movement. Okay, now that that is covered, we're actually gonna select everything and turn it invisible. So just select all this, and we're just gonna select it like this and turn it invisible like this. So on mobile, you would have to do this one by one. So basically, if you're on mobile, just select each one like this, and we're just gonna do it on each little part. But on PC, if you're playing on computer, just hold down your shift key and click on it like this, and we're just gonna click on every single one like this, and we're just gonna click on every single one, all of these parts that we want invisible. And we're gonna turn it invisible like this, and there we go, we got it invisible. And there's this little part right here, so I'm gonna turn it invisible, and we're just gonna come over here, and we're just gonna turn it invisible like this. Now we're gonna go to coloring. So we're gonna actually get the wheel right here, we're gonna place it down like this. Now what you guys want to do is click on the more tool, click on the pen tool, and we're just gonna click on this thing right here. And then what you guys want to do is bring the value down to 47. So, but this basically just brings the plastic color the same wheel as the same color as the wheel color, and we're just gonna put it to 47. There we go. And basically, it'll make it the same color as the wheel. So then they'll think that the wheel is actually a plastic block, which people will think. And there we go. We just got it all painted. We're gonna paint the seat like that. So now what we're actually gonna do is we're gonna lower this value even more to about 37, and we're actually going to paint these parts right here a different color. It just gives it a more defined look, and we're going to place this little handlebar, and there we go. I'm gonna just delete this wheel over here. So now the final step is what you guys want to do is select all with your screwdriver tool, and we're gonna deselect these little parts. So I'm gonna actually demonstrate this on mobile. So select all and turn off collision. So that's what you guys want to select all with the screwdriver tool, turn off collision. Then what you guys want to do is select the outer wheels and turn on collision. So I'm just gonna select all these outer wheels. On mobile, you would do this one by one and turn on collision like this. So there we go. We are basically done with the build. So now all you guys have to do is save your build. So I'm just going to save it in my slot. So I'm going to save it right here. I'm going to save it. Now, what you guys want to actually do is reload it 2 times, because on the first time, it's actually going to all crumple. So I'm going to just reload it for the second time. And there we go. So it should work now. So select all with the screwdriver tool and unanchor like that. And there we go. It shouldn't fall apart. Now there we go. We got our working, drifting CYBERQUAD. And we just did a little thingy right there. And anyways, we have it all working. And we're basically done with the tutorial. Have fun drifting with this, guys. And if you have any questions or comments or concerns, just write a comment in the comment section. Anyways, I'll see everyone later. And goodbye. Have fun.